Hello everyone, how are you today? So I survived from the earthquake. It was a big earthquake yesterday. It hit the north part of Japan, and I'm in Tokyo, but the Tokyo was very shaking. It was a big shake also. So scary yesterday. So let's get started. Today this is the 14th of February, and this is on Sunday. So every Sunday I do the weekly Forex forecast. So I check charts and Forex pairs and also commodities and indexes, and finally we check the news for next week and see what we can prepare for to take in trades next week. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. This information is basically based on my experience knowledge. So when you take trades, please do within risk. And let me quickly say hi to everyone. Thank you for joining Karim and Ivan, Mekedomo, and William, Asif. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, I'm safe here. I'm safe here in Tokyo. Yeah, and hopefully there is no tsunami like 10 years ago. Yeah, there were blackouts, like there were power outages about the 60,000 houses in north part of Japan. But now looks like it's recovering and back to the good condition, so that's good news in that sense. And Grace, Mr. Finantes, Leo, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you, and yeah, I'm safe here. Thank you for your comments. Okay, so let's get started. So today, this is the end of the week, so every weekend and Mondays I look at the weekly charts. So let's take a look at the Euro USD first. Alright, so Euro USD weekly chart is flat at the moment. We see Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So it's a range market. Last week was bullish, but this is still engulfing on the previous candlestick. So I would say that this is still ranging. So there is no trend on the weekly basis. So Euro USD is not really the one to look at the lower time frames in this case. So I pass this one and go to the Euro AUD pair. Alright, Lydia, thank you for joining. Great to see her. Great to see you. Yep. So the next one, Euro AUD, and this is also the range market. We see Kumo's flat. Well, technically Senko span B flat, and Senko span A is down, but the Kijun-sen is flat at the moment. So the market is almost breaking downwards. It's almost breaking downwards. So once it breaks the previous low at this 1.5612 area, then I will start to look for the sell chance afterwards. But now, because the Kijun-sen is still flat, it might be supported at this level, and it might go upwards this way. So unless it breaks out, I don't look for the sell chance on this Euro AUD. Alright, Alpar, thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Great to see you. Alright, so let's go to the next one, Euro Pound. Let's see. So here is the Euro Pound pair. And Euro Pound, this is also the flat ranging. As per Ichimoku lines, it's flat. Because Kumo flat, Kumo's completely flat, and the Kijun-sen flat also. And Chikou span is exactly into the Kumo here now. So that means it can twist backwards anytime. It can retrace anytime and come back to the Kumo. So on this weekly basis, this is flat ranging, but we can see downtrend on the daily chart. So Euro Pound daily is downtrending. So I will look for the sell chance on this pair next week on the daily basis, because now on the daily chart we see Kumo's down and Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles too. So in this case, even the market breaks the previous low, I look for the sell chance next Monday or tomorrow, because I can see the potential breakout. In this case, the market has been resisted by this Tenkan Sen a couple of times in the past, and last Friday candlestick it was resisted by this Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen. So I can see the bearishness, and I will look for the sell chance next Monday. Alright, James, Fabio, and Bupen, thank you for joining. And everyone, great to see you here. Thank you for joining, everyone. Yeah, so that's the Euro Pound overview. So let's go to the Euro JPY weekly chart. Alright, Euro JPY weekly chart shows this flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen. But I can see that the Chikou span above the candles, so I can see the potential bullishness in this case. But at the same time, because the Kumo and Kijun Sen flat, the market might be resisted at the top over here at this 127.51 level. It might be resisted and it might create the double top, and it might go down this way. So in this case, when I give up on looking for the buy chance will be when the market breaks the Tenkan Sen. Because the recent weeks, the market has been supported by this Tenkan Sen, and I can see this P wave structure. So I still see the bullishness in this case. But once the market breaks Tenkan Sen, then I won't look for the buy chance anymore. So the last week's Tenkan Sen was 126.228 area. So once it breaks, then I won't look for the buy. And this is the Euro JPY weekly chart. And in terms of the candles, it's just been ranging. It just goes up and down. It's ranging. So I don't see any significant candlestick patterns on this weekly chart. So basically, I just follow the Ichimoku lines in this case. Hello Yorun, thank you for joining. Great to see you here again. Alright, Sinan, thank you for joining as well. Yeah, thank you for the comments, everyone, and thank you for joining, everyone. And Shanti, great to see you here again. Thank you for joining. Stay gold. Alright, so let's go to the next one, Euro CAD weekly chart. It's flat ranging also, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is very close to the candles, so there's no trend, it's range, so no trace. And going to Euro CHF, this is also flat ranging. But in this case, price action is showing the P wave, ascending P wave in this case. So it might go up this way. So in terms of price action, this is a once again ascending triangle, because the highs are at the same levels, but the lows are getting higher and higher. So in this case, I can see the potential bullishness. So I expect the market go up this way next week or next month in March. But as per Ichimoku, it's been ranging. So that means it might go down still. It might go down to Kumo Kijun Sen. So I wait for the uptrend confirmation in the lower time frames. Oh, Saha says, I'm always joined to see Euro JPY analysis here. Because I'm trading Euro JPY only. Okay, okay. So yeah, Euro JPY is ranging right now. So because the weekly chart shows the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and let's see. I think the daily chart and the lower time frames also flat. Yeah, daily is flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen, Chikou span touching. And let's see, in 4-hour chart, yeah, it's also the flat ranging market. So you better take the lower time frames to take trades, or simply wait for the uptrend on these higher time frames. Okay, Joel, thank you for joining. Great to see you here again. Thank you for joining. So let's go to USD JPY. Okay, so on this USD JPY weekly chart, as per Ichimoku, this is also range because the Kumo flat Senko span A retracing backwards now, and the price is exactly in between Kumo and Kijun Sen here, and Chikou span is touching, almost touching the candles. This is very close to the candles, so the market might consolidate for a while in this case. So I don't look for the trade chances on this weekly chart basis. And let's see, USD CHF and weekly is flat also. We see Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat. However, this is still bearish because I see that Chikou span below the candles and the price itself is below the Kijun Sen. And in terms of the candles, I see engulfing candlestick over here. So what I mean by engulfing is when you see the previous candle high and low. So this previous lows, high and low, are exactly engulfing the next candlestick over here. So this bullish candle is engulfing the next bearish candle, and I see that this is engulfing candles pattern. And because this is downtrending, simply because the Chikou span below the candles and the market is below the Kijun Sen, I see that this is the downtrend, this is bearish. So that means if the market breaks downwards, if the market breaks 0.888 level, then that will be a sell chance. And once it goes upwards, then I won't look for the buy chance because this is into the range. So in this case, I only trust the setting confirmations. And one of the confirmations can be this engulfing and also the Tenkan-sen breakout. So that's what I'm waiting for next week or onwards. So let's go to USD CAD pair. Alright, so USD CAD weekly chart. And what we can see here is that this is also the range market. We see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span below the candles on the weekly chart. But once again, this is bearish momentum because the price in this case is below the Kijun Sen and also the Tenkan Sen. So unless the market breaks the Tenkan Sen, it can continue to go down this way. So I think this is another nice one to look for the sell chance next week. So USD CAD, I will keep an eye on this one. Alright, so hi, you're welcome. And okay, so Shanti says for Euro JPY, can we say that bullish in wave is forming on its monthly chart? Oh, okay, so let's take a look at the, come back to Euro JPY in monthly chart. Let's see, so in this case, yeah, this is creating the bullish in wave. Yeah, that's bullish in wave after this double bottom over here. So yeah, it can continue to go up afterwards, especially after the Kumo breakout. It can be the uptrend. So I think this is an interesting setup to wait for. And in this case also, I see that there is a Sanyaku Koten signal after the Kumo breakout, because now we have the Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross and Chikou span break is about to happen, and then Kumo breakout, that will become a Sanyaku Koten signal. So that will be a strong time to look for the buy chance afterwards. So if you take trades on a monthly basis, that will be the advice that I will be following. Alright, Giorgio and Golam, Suresh and Brigitta, Olfemi, Fire, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you here. Thank you for joining. So let's move on to Pound USD. Okay, so Pound USD weekly chart. So finally we see the uptrend. So Pound USD is nice uptrend because the Kumo is up and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. And what's more, I like the thickness of the Kumo here. The Kumo is thick enough and long enough, so this is a nice and stable uptrend. So I look at the previous high, and the previous resistance was at this level, 1.4376 level. So this is the ultimate target, and but before that I don't see any resistances over here. So I think this Pound USD, we can look for the buy chance next week. Yeah, I will keep my eye on this one too. Yep, AUD USD, we'll look at it later because AUD USD is over here. It's gonna be covered anytime soon. Okay, so let's move on to Pound JPY. Okay, so hold on, before that, let me turn this one to purple because this is a nice uptrend on the weekly chart. And moving on to Pound JPY weekly chart, and we see another uptrend on this one. So Pound JPY, I turn to purple because this is another nice uptrend. But on this one, the recent high, I mean the target is a bit too narrow than Pound USD, because the previous high was at this level, 147.97 level. But I think we have enough room until the target. I think in this case, yeah, there is a like 250 pips above, so this is a very nice room to take trades. So yeah, Pound JPY is also another nice uptrend. And also, let's see, Pound AUD. Yeah, so Pound AUD weekly chart is flat right now. We see Kumo, Kijun Sen flat, everything's flat, and Chikou span is still too close to candles, so this is range to me. So I will look at the lower time frames on this one, and move it on to Pound CAD. This is also flat ranging. So the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span breakout is not really happening yet. So in this case, there's a good chance that the market will be resisted at the top, or at this P wave, at this descending trend line, the market might be resisted and goes backwards to the Kijun Sen or the Kumo here. So I am not really too positive to look for buy chance on this one, Pound CAD. So let's move on to the next one, AUD USD. On the weekly chart basis, this is still the direction wise, this is flat ranging because Kumo Senko span B flat, and Senko span A is up, but the Kijun Sen is flat. So I would wait until the Kijun Sen goes up and look for buy chance. And I think it's gonna happen next week because this is nice bullish trend. This is on the bullish in the wave, potential bullish in the wave, and the market can go upwards continuously. Yeah, I have a sore throat. Yeah, I have a sore in the throat right now because it's kind of dry right now. So I guess after this live stream, I will take a good rest and see you tomorrow. Yeah, I will sleep well tonight and rest my throat tonight. Yeah, thank you for the words. All right, Lakshai and Creswell, thank you for joining. Great to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining here. Okay, so let's move on to the AUD CAD. All right, AUD CAD is also ranging because Kumo flat, Senko span A is up, but Kijun Sen flat. So this one is also ranging. But once again, just like AUD USD, this AUD CAD is also the uptrend right now, potential breakout. So after the breakout of this 0.9902 level, I will start to look for the buy chance on this weekly chart basis. And this is a nice uptrend in wave, so this breakout can be expected in this case. Hello Penzar, thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Okay, so let's go to AUD JPY. And AUD JPY is the uptrend on the weekly chart because the Kumo up and Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up and Chikou span above the candles. So this one, let me make it to purple because this one is also the nice uptrend on the weekly chart. And moving on to AUD CHF, and this one is also a nice uptrend. We see once again Kumo's up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles and above the Kumo here. So this is a nice uptrend. So I will turn this one to purple also. And going to CAD JPY. Yeah, and this one is also the nice uptrend in the weekly chart because once again the Senko span A is up and Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up and Chikou span above the candles in the Kumo here. So I expect the market to continue to grow upwards this way. So CAD JPY, I will just mark this one also in purple so that I know which one is trending on the weekly chart. And finally, taking a look at this AUD NZD pair, it's range, so no trace. Okay, so yeah, that covers the whole Forex pairs on my watch list. So once again, next week, I keep looking at the Pound USD because this is a nice uptrend, and also Pound JPY is also the nice uptrend, and AUD JPY uptrending on the weekly chart, and AUD CHF is another uptrending, and CAD JPY is another uptrending market. So on weekly basis, these are the nice pairs to take trades next week. Okay, so let's move on to commodities now. Yeah, I will sleep early tonight, and take a good rest until tomorrow. Okay, so here is a gold. Here is a gold chart, and this is flat ranging because the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen moving down. But the Kijun Sen is still above the Tenkan Sen, it's not dead crossing yet. and Chikou span is below the candles, but this is in between the candles and the Kumo here. So for me, this is still the range market. And now we have the engulfing candle. We have engulfing on the weekly gold. So that's one of the findings. But even the market breaks either up or down, I don't really expect the next trend direction because this is ranging as per Ichimoku lines, so no trades. Alright, so let's move on to the oil, WTI crude oil, and this is going up still. It's in the nice uptrend on the weekly chart and looks like it's almost reaching towards the previous high, this 65.54. So this is an initial target and looks like the market is heading towards that way. One thing is remarkable is that the Chikou span broke the Kumo upwards here. So most likely the market will reach to the previous high at this 65.54 area. So that's the one over here. And let's move on to the indexes here. So indexes weekly charts. Starting from Nikkei, this is a nice and strong uptrend still. This is all-time high, and this is big news in Japan. But this is almost reaching towards 30,000. So yeah, this is a nice uptrend. So for sure, you can take swing buy on this particular market. And let's move on to Dow Jones. Let me finish this analysis first and then come back to your comments later. But on this Dow Jones, this is uptrending also. We see the Kumo up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is a nice uptrending market. And going to the Nasdaq, also uptrending. Well, basically, indexes are strong uptrending. Most of the indexes. So yeah, Nasdaq uptrending and S&P 500 uptrending also. It was supported by this Tenkan-sen and continued to grow upwards. And especially in this case, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, but this is a engulfing candle. There was an engulfing candle. 2 weeks back candlestick has been engulfing the previous candles, and last week it broke upwards. So I think this is remarkable, and the market can grow upwards continuously from this technical perspective. So yeah, US indexes, Dow Jones uptrending, and Nasdaq uptrending, and also S&P also uptrending. So yeah, looks like there are uptrends everywhere. So let's go to Euro stocks here. The Euro stock is also uptrending. We see the Senko span A up, and Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles now. So I expect the market will reach towards the previous high at 3883 level. This is going to be an initial target on this weekly chart basis. Okay, and moving on to the FTSE 100. This is also this is actually the range market. We see the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat right now. So unless we see Kijun Sen uptrending, we better stop looking for the buy chance. Last 2 weeks has been engulfing. 2 weeks has been bullish candles. But because Kijun Sen flat still, the market might come back to the Kijun Sen over here. So yeah, better wait for the Kijun Sen to point upwards to look for buy. Is my advice. And let's move on to CAC France. Okay, CAC France is now ranging. We see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat also. But one thing that is good about this particular market is that the Chikou span is about to break the Kumo here. So that means the market can break the higher upwards this way on this resistance level of 5726 level. So once it breaks, that will be a great buy chance. Okay, so that's CAC France. In the long term, I think this is still uptrending. And moving on to Nifty chart, this is also a nice and strong uptrend. We see these lines to be moving up, so no doubt this is a continuous uptrend. So you can still look for the buy chance in lower time frames. And Hansen indexes, this is also the uptrend. Well, technically, the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, but I can see the almost breakout. And also, I see the engulfing candle previously. So next week, if the next week candlestick will be above the previous high on this 3173 level, then it can continue to grow upwards this way. So that's Hansen index. And going to the AU200, this is also a nice uptrending. We see Kumo uptrending, we see the Senkou span A up and Senkou span B flat, but the Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both upwards. And also in this case too, the Chikou span breakout is happening last week. And also on this market, I can see that there is engulfing candles. So let me see, there is an outside bar. Breakout is a nice confirmation for this continuous uptrending also. So I value these price actions a lot. I value price actions in a sense more than the Ichimoku lines, because Ichimoku lines are translated by the price action basically, because it takes highs and lows and takes mid price. So in terms of this price action, this is uptrending. So on this Y wave, the Tenkan-sen has been above the Kijun-sen. So last week was doji, but if we see doji breakout next week at this 68.95 level, then it can continue to grow upwards this way. So this is another nice market to keep an eye on this one. Okay, so let's go to the next one, DAX index. So DAX finally broke above, and this is now on the uptrending market by Ichimoku lines. We see Kumo finally moving up, Senkou span B up, A up, and Kijun-sen upwards, and also Chikou span above the candles. So I can see the bullishness, and I expect the market to continue to grow upwards on this bullish wave like this way. So yeah, looks like almost all the markets are uptrending on these indexes. So hopefully we can find some opportunities to buy next week. So that covers the whole index market over here. So finally, let me do a recap on the news next week, and then I will come back to your comments. So next week, Monday, well technically, yeah, on Monday morning time in Asian time, there will be a GDP report in Japan. So it can be impacted on Monday morning in Asian time. And moving on to Tuesday, the 16th of February, there will be a meeting minutes in Australia. And also, there will be a GDP report in Euro too. So, AUD and Euro might be affected by this news on Tuesday. And going to Wednesday, the 17th, next week, we have CPI report in pound. So pound pairs might be affected by that. And also we have another ones like retail sales in the US, and also in Canada there will be another CPI report. So we have lots of news. And don't forget this one, next week in US there will be a FOMC minutes. So I think this is a highlight for next week, FOMC in the US next Wednesday. And going to Thursday, there will be a unemployment rate in AUD, and also another policy meeting on ECB. So monetary policy meeting is going to be affected also. So this is another highlight for next week. And let's see, I think that's about it for Thursday. And Wednesday we have retail sales in the AUD, and also market service PMI, PMI report will be in Germany, so it can be affected by that also. And then there will be another market services in pound, and then we have another market manufacturing PMI in the US. So we have a couple of news next week, but like I mentioned earlier, the most important ones are the FOMC on Wednesday night. We have FOMC in the US, and also next Thursday we have a monetary policy meeting in ECB. So euro might be affected by that. So if you want to take trades on USD or euro pairs next Thursday and Wednesday, you have to be careful. You have to prepare for these huge spikes. So make sure you set the break-even line before you see the market news. Alright, so let me come back to some comments now. Okay, so let's see. Bitcoin, New Zealand JPY uptrending, alright? Make sure you have the decent angle of Kumo Kijun-sen. Alright, Trader Robbie and Roy, thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Lakshay, I'm not still in Dubai yet. I'm still in Tokyo. I got the paperwork done to set up the company in Dubai. So the process is actually ongoing. So next one, I'm waiting for the sign, the e-sign or digital sign, to sign up on this contract. And then finally, I think I will be visiting Dubai and get the visa and moving to Dubai finally. So I hope it's gonna be done until the end of March or April, sometime in April. But we'll see. Due to COVID, we see the process looks to be still a bit delayed right now. Okay, Lazar, thank you for joining, and you're welcome. All right, yeah, Fire, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have that sore throat, so I guess I will take a good rest tonight after the live stream, and yeah, keep on doing this live stream every day, or record a video and upload. Tomorrow US market is closed. Oh, thank you for the info. Okay, tomorrow US market is closed, so most likely we don't have volatility. Skyfall, thank you for joining from India. Stay gold, thank you for joining. Great to see you. Oh, do I look tired? Really? Do I look tired? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I had a long day. I had a manager's meeting for my properties, so that was a long day. So yeah, I guess I have to take a good rest today. Yeah, Lakshai, finally. So coming up to move to Dubai finally. The leverage, I only take like a 20 leverage or less, and I value the risk per trade when leverage, so I take trades 2% risk per trade, and so my leverage is usually below 20 or 25 is the maximum. Okay, so let me do a quick recap on this trending pair on Forex. So on weekly chart basis, the pound USD is uptrending, so I'm looking for buy chance in this one, pound USD, and also pound JPY is uptrending, so I'm also looking for buy chance in this one too next week. And then AUD JPY is uptrending also, and AUD CHF is uptrending, and the CAD JPY is also uptrending. So, and on the daily chart, there are actually still some more uptrending or trending markets. So yeah, I will keep my eye on these trending pairs. So you only take trades in the trending pairs and no trades in the ranging pairs as per Ichimoku lines, so that you can save time. And when you find the trending market, then you can be in. What do you do apart from trading? Any work? No, I don't. This Forex trade is the only job I do, because I'm a full-time trader. So what I mean by full-time means this is only job I do, and this is my main source of income. Of course, I run the Ichimoku community, and also I do the GTS Global Trading School. I do it, and I earn some profit, but my main source of income is the trading, Forex trades every day or every week. I take trades. Oh yeah, I was busy with the meeting, but that was not for my job. Actually, I was at the meeting and I was looking for some opportunities for the properties, and that was basically what I busy was. That was not for my job. Also, AUD USD, its range. Yeah, AUD USD, its range. We see Kumo flat, well, Senko span A up, but the Kijun Sen flat, so this is range. But I expect next week the Kijun Sen will move up, because I can see bullish market, the Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above. So if after I see Kijun Sen up, on the weekly basis, I look for the buy chance. That's my weekly AUD USD analysis, and I will talk about the daily chart or lower time frames next week. On these weekly forecasts, I prefer to talk about the weekly charts, because this is at the weekly candle close. Oh, NZD JPY. Alright, let's take a look at that one. NZD JPY. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. NZD JPY. Oh, this is uptrending too. Yeah, that's a nice uptrend. We see Kumo up, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So last week was Doji candle. If you can zoom in a bit more, last week was Doji candle over here. So after I see the breakout at this level, 76.08 level, then that will be a buy. So that's NZD JPY. please explain the color, the way you flag the pairs red, purple. Oh, so the red ones are trending on the daily chart and purple ones are trending on weekly chart. And the green is the trend on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, so let's see. So let's just wait for the next trending market next week. So yeah, basically I think there will be some trends next week on these Forex pairs. So I think I can be more active to take trades next week. Last week was a bit slow for me because when I was looking at the charts, I couldn't confirm these trends, so I was a bit slow. But next week, I'm expecting more number of trades. Hello Ricky, thank you for joining from Indonesia. Thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Hello Suresh, thank you for joining. Great to see you here again. Suresh. GTS is one of the best tools to learn trades. Oh, thank you for the words. Yeah, Suresh has been joining the GTS class. He just finished it. So we're gonna have another one-on-one. So yeah, in terms of GTS, let me quickly announce that I have uploaded the video a while ago. So you can come to this YouTube channel and you can click on this GTS video over here and you can see exactly what I teach at these classes. Next opening is in this April and the seats are limited up to 5 members and 3 seats are already filled, so we only have 2 seats left on this session. So if you're interested to master my strategy, KTS and risk management and psychological management, then please write me an email so that I can put you on the members list. Yeah, say Leo, I will be waiting for you at the GTS class. Yeah, I try my best to explain and show my trades and my strategies on these GTS sessions. So yeah, hopefully you can join also. Euro NZD I don't take trades because New Zealand pairs I stay away because in lower time frame is spiky on these New Zealand pairs. So I look at these New Zealand pairs as per requests, but I don't take trades. Yeah. The pound JPY, this is trending, uptrending in weekly chart. So I think this is a good one to look for buy. Yeah, I think the market is going to reach up to the previous high at this 147.97. And we have, in pips, we have about like 250 pips long above here. So this is, we have enough room to take trades. I see you made forecast lines to Tenkan Kijun-sen is the same for forecast lines to Senkosman AB. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Forecast lines to Kumo is the longer term and forecast lines to Tenkan Kijun-sen is for the short term. Hello Danish, thank you for joining. It's been a while. Thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Yep, you can always learn from my lives and videos. On these free educations you can learn. But this is just one way. So, you know, I only talk about my strategies on this YouTube lives and videos, but this is one way. But unless we communicate, unless I resolve your questions to answer, I think it's kind of difficult to improve your trades. So yeah, that will be and that's why I teach hands-on on these GTS classes. And this is only up to 5 members. I don't have 20 members or 50 members, 100 members in a class, because I want to be hands-on, and these teachings should be direct, and I want to have a support. I want to have a close support in communications. So this is only up to 5 members. Okay, Bitcoin, it's uptrending, I know. So let me take a look at the Bitcoin next week at some point. Alright, Iron, thank you for joining. Great to see you here. And let's see, Sean, Euro USD. Yeah, Euro USD is ranging. Once again, this is the range market that you don't want to take trades. It's a range in the weekly chart, the Kumo flat, the Kijun Sen flat at the moment, and also daily chart, it shows flat ranging. We see daily is ranging too, the price is exactly in the Kumo here, and also in 4 this is flat too. In 4 this is the range market. We see the Kumo still retracing. I mean the Senko span A is still retracing backwards. So this is the range market still, no trades. I prefer to look at other pairs, other trending pairs than Euro USD or these ranging market. So I think one of the myths is that and this is actually something that I believed before, was that you better pick up some specific pair to take trades. For example, somebody believes Euro USD is a good one to take trades. Somebody believes Pound or JPY is a good one to take trades. But for me, I treat these charts equally. And simply when it's trending, I take trades. Simply when it's not trending, I don't take trades. Let's see. Okay, what to do in the following scenario: Tenkan-sen point up, candles above the Kumo Senko span AB pointing upwards, but Kijun-sen is still in the cloud. In that case, you better wait for the Kijun-sen to be above the cloud. Yeah, or you look at other pairs where Kijun-sen is above the Kumo and take trades. Yeah, because when you still see the Kijun-sen to be in the cloud or Kumo, then most likely the Kumo is still too short, too young. And also most likely it's in the range. Chikou span might be broken already, but the price might break in the Kumo upwards yet, or the Kumo itself is a bit too small and it's more of the flat Kumo when you see the Kijun-sen in the Kumo. So yeah, better to wait until it breaks out. Yeah, Bitcoin, let me talk about it next week at some point. Hello, Bomb Chui, thank you for joining. Great to see you here. Yeah, so I prefer to take the daily chart. If you want to master Ichimoku, then I recommend you to take daily chart first. And once you get used to it, then break it down to lower time frames, because lower time frames has more fake outs, and it's more spiky. So yeah, and Ichimoku lines are originally created to capture daily chart momentum. So I recommend you to take daily chart first for Ichimoku strategies. Let's see, let me pick up some comments here. Cheers from Brazil, thank you for joining. Hey Leo. Do you trade from TradingView? Any Forex broker recommend? I don't take trades in TradingView. I only take trades on MT5. So the TradingView is only for my analysis. Oh, by the way, I just created a new account on this TradingView. So here is my official account that I just created the other day. So I only have like 2 posts right now, but if you can follow me, that would be great. I will keep posting my analysis on this TradingView. So this is a newborn 5 days ago. I just created as official ForexK account, so you can follow me on this. Sometimes I'm thinking to record a video on this particular analysis and upload on this YouTube, so that you can also learn the details of my analysis. Okay, so let's see. I think this is I think that's about it for today's live stream. So yeah, because my throat is not in good condition today, so I will take a rest and see you at tomorrow's live stream. Okay, so everyone, please have a great weekend, and please stay healthy and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Mata ne means see you in Japanese. So mata ne everyone. Bye for now.